Hi everyone, this is Connie from Creative Creations. Today I am taking part in a challenge that I take part in a lot of different, well, quite often. So let's get right to this. Alright, and I'll tell you more about it in a minute. I am out in my garage, and what I'm doing is I am making 2 or 3 large circles. A larger, a little bit smaller, and smaller. What I'm doing is I'm marking the center. I'm going to put a nail in the center. I'm going to tie some string on it and use a pencil and draw a circle around so that I can get a fairly straight circle. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. And then I'm going to clamp it to the table, and I'm going to use my jigsaw, and I am going to cut the circle, and I do that 3 different times, and you'll only see me do part of one. My my phone was up on the table, and it was shaking so much that you can't really see what I was doing, so I didn't want you to see me go shaking. So, but that's what I end up doing, is using my jigsaw, and I just cut these circles out. Now, they're not perfect, and I knew they weren't going to be, so I will be taking care of part of that. And I don't want them perfect. I just want them partly. So you don't see me doing it very much because it started to shake so much. So there you can see a little bit of me doing it. Like I said, I should have put my camera on next to it so you could see it. All right, now the challenge that I'm part of is called What Would You Do? And the host is Zana from OK at Home DIY, and Marsha from Marshas, Mush and Stuff. And then Kiki is their guest host from Kiki DIYs. So let's get back into this. All right, I brought them over to my scroll saw, and I'm just getting rid of some of those hard edges that I did not get with the jigsaw. Now, like I said, I'm doing 3 different sizes, and so I am going ahead and just cutting those corners off. I am going to be sanding them, so that helps. And here's my belt sander, and I'm just using it to make it a little bit more rounded and no sharp edges. They're not going to be perfectly round though, and I knew that that wasn't going to be the way it was because of what I'm making. So after I get done with all of this sanding, also don't forget to go down into the description box. Down there I'm going to have Zana's and Marshas as well as Kiki's channel link, as well as the playlist, and down in the description box so that you can check them out. Okay, here as you can see, I'm just sanding away on all of these pieces to get them where I want them to be. Now, the biggest one is out of particle wood, and this is plywood that I used for these 3. Like that's the particle wood. It's got black on the backside, and I didn't want to use that side, of course. So as you can see, I'm getting it pretty smooth, or I'm getting it smooth. It's just not round, but I'm getting it smooth. Because that's the biggest thing that I wanted to do. Now, the scroll saw and my sander, or this sander, I've had them for over 30 years. And I've used them off and on the whole 30 some odd years, and I like them. Okay, now I am going to tell you I am making a turkey. Now here I am cutting out the head and the beak and the wobble. I think it's called a wobble. I think. I could be wrong. But here I am just cutting these out, and then I will use my sander to smooth out any hard edges or any take off the finish that was on this wood, because I don't want to use that. So I'm just getting this all cut out, and then I'm going to cut the beak and the wobble out as well, so that you can so I can get them ready. And here is the wobble. It's fairly easy to do. I have used like I said, I love my scroll saw. I do want to get, these are flat pinhead saw blades. and I want to get spirals, and the only way I can do that is if I get a conversion. Okay, now I'm taking some pallet wood, and I'm cutting the edges, cutting the corners off at one end on both sides, because this is what I'm going to use for the feathers. And I'm just using my, some people call it chop saw, or you can call it a miter saw, either one. Okay, now I am sanding each one of those to get any rough edges off, so it's not, so I won't get any splinters. So I'm just going to sand these edges, and I'm not going for perfection. I'm just going for where it won't snag on anybody, or anyone won't get splinter. And here I am, I'm sanding the tops of those 3 rounds that are not round. We'll call them rounds, but they're not really round. But here I am just sanding them all off and getting them smooth so that they won't snag you. And then I'm going to take these all back over to my my other work table, and I got this piece of wood, and I'm using my table saw, and the pieces I needed was in the center, so I am ripping these pieces down so that I can get 4 perfect pieces for the legs of this the turkey. And I don't know if I show you, I cut the legs out, or the feet out also on the scroll saw. I just drew one out, cut it, and then copied it and cut it as well. And here I am just kind of laying this out, and what I'm going to end up doing is using, I'm going to screw these together from the back side, and I end up screwing the whole thing together, because I don't want the wood, I don't want a chance if I just glue them to have anything go wrong. So I'm just like laying it out right now to make sure it's all going to fit and look good. So after I do this, then like I said, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to screw these in, and I end up putting 2 screws in each one of the feathers, and so that they won't, if you only put 1, it will move. If you put 2, they are stable and they won't move. So I went ahead and I screwed those all in to make sure that they were going to be stable. And then after that, I will flip it over and make my placement for the other 3 pieces, the other 2 pieces. Now, like I said, I'm screwing it all from the back, so you'll be able to see that it's all done. Now, I know this is a turkey and it's for more Thanksgiving, but I wanted to do this before I got busy. Plus, I'm going out of town, and I won't be back till almost the second week of November, and I just didn't want to be pushed back on anything that I was doing, so I went ahead and did turkey. And as you can see, I do a pilot hole, and then I do this the screw, and doesn't have to be down in the wood, because this is just going to be the back, so I didn't worry about making a divot in the wood to make the screw head go all the way down. So I hope you guys like watching me work with wood. I totally enjoy working with wood and making all kinds of things. I recently took a piano apart, and I have some really fun ideas of different things I'm going to use for those piano parts. So let's just watch this, and I'll be right back. Okay, now what I'm doing with these legs is I'm drilling a hole in each end, and I'm drilling a hole through the foot, and then I'm drilling a hole up into the body, and I'm going to use wood glue and dowels, and that's how I'm going to hook them together. I guess I could have gone on the back and hooked them as well, but this has to hold the whole weight of this turkey, so I wanted to make sure that it was actually standing on the legs and that the legs was going to hold them up. So like you can see, I'm just using the wood glue, and I'm just using a paintbrush, and I'm painting it everywhere I need it to go. And then I'm going to just shove those right up inside of there and glue them. And if you don't know, a lot of people don't realize, wood glue is stronger than wood on the molecular level. If you put two pieces of wood together with wood glue and try to pull it apart, you will end up breaking the wood before you break the bond of the glue. It's unbreakable. So that's why I know this will stay, and that it will hold up the turkey. Now, I was inspired by, I saw this on Pinterest. Now I'm just using my clamps to hold these legs up in there, so waiting for the glue to set. And then I will come back the next day and undo these clamps and go ahead and put the head and the wobble on it, as well as painting the legs and the feet and the eyes and the beak and the wobble. Here I am going to paint this. I am going to just put black on the for the eyes, and the red for the wobble, and the yellow for the beak, and then hook those together with wood glue and hot glue so I can get the immediate hold, and the wood glue will be the withstanding hold. This is very, very simple, and I don't show it afterwards. I end up painting the legs and the feet orange. I wasn't sure if I was going to do them, and then my husband's like, it will look cuter, so I went ahead and did it. So I hope you guys really think this is so cute. I absolutely love this turkey. He's big. He's about 3 feet tall, and he's just so cute. I just absolutely love him. So I hope you guys love him as well. Okay, as I get this all done and put together, I'm just gonna put him on, and I hope you like him, because I just love him. He's just so cute. Now let's get to the second project. I was out in the garage, and I cut these 3 pieces of wood, and if you don't know yet, they are going to be black cats. I'm going to use these googly eyes, and I'm laying them there so that I can take this pink from Apple Barrel, and I am going to paint in the beaks, because I don't want to try and paint the pink over black. It'll be too hard, so I will just paint the beaks first, and then I'm going to, of course, move those googly eyes, and I'm going to paint the cats all black once the pink is completely dry. And these little cats turn out to be so cute. So this is them all painted, and then I'm grabbing some white and black polka dot ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and the burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just putting like a collar and then a little bow that I'm just gonna scrunch up the burlap and tie some twine around it, and then I'm gonna take some little buttons and glue them right to each one of these, of the little bows. And so this is just kind of a simple little one. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a second DIY, but I wanted these, and so I figured this will be a perfect time. Here I am just gluing those eyes, or the eyes on. That gives them so much character with the little googly eyes. I could have painted them, but I really thought that these were just going to be darling with the little googly eyes. And here I am just gluing with hot glue the ribbon right on for like a collar. And I hope you guys enjoy these. Like I said, they're very, very, very easy to make if you can get them cut. Yeah, I'll just let you finish watching this. And there you go, they are finished. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That helps my channel grow, as well as give me a big old thumbs up. If you hit that notification bell and you hit it twice, you can click on all, then you will be notified for every time I upload a video. Also, leave me a comment. I love comments. And you guys have the most blessed week, as well as call somebody and tell them you love them, as well as be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.